Hey everybody, happy Thursday and welcome to the High River Community Wellness Challenge. Carol McMillan and I thought we would pop on to say hello and just a big thank you to everybody who came out for the healthy eating info session last night.
Yes, we really appreciate that.
We had fun, especially since we were impromptu speakers, and get well soon to Greta, our dietitian, who couldn't make it to hang out with us last night, but you did awesome.
Well, thanks. I think we collectively did, and I really thank the people who showed up and had great questions.
Yeah, and they all got points for being there last night. So if you missed out, don't worry. We are going to post a video of this info session so you can get the details, but you won't get as many points as they did last night.
It's true.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So on that note, just to answer a couple people's questions about the size of the stomach, last night we did discuss that it's the size of your fist, which for most people that's correct. But I brought some visuals just to show that your relaxed body, actually this is even more, this makes 95.
Oh.
So it's actually just this right here is 80 mils, but actually your relaxed stomach holds 75 mils. So this gives you a little bit of a visual about how your stomach is when it's nice and relaxed. Your stomach has the capability to stretch as much as 1,000 mils, which is 1 liter. So it's just kind of making it a little bit aware. And someone last night also asked, can your stomach actually shrink? And the answer to that is no. But what changes is when we're more mindfully eating and recognizing that mind-gut connection and being more in tune to what we're eating and are we feeling full, your stomach and brain make a great connection so you don't feel like you need to stuff yourself. So I hope those questions are answered that way.
So that whole phrase of like mind over matter is so much more powerful than I think we actually give it credit for.
Definitely. Yeah.
Crazy.
And to eat slowly so that your brain and your body have a chance to connect and recognize that, you know what, I'm actually feeling comfortably full.
Yeah, okay. That's a really small cup.
I know, because
75 mils is not a lot.
At first I thought I had the tablespoon. Oh yeah, but then I realized, no, this is 80 mils. So actually it's a little bit less. It's 5 mils less than this.
Is your stomach size. Okay. Things to work on. That's what's so cool about this wellness challenge. But we thought we'd take a moment just to go through how you calculate points, because it can be a little bit confusing. We've had our first week of points come in from all the teams, and we just want to say congrats to everybody. We've got 21 teams that are competing in the challenge this year, and the points are looking good. They're actually some pretty fierce competition, and I'm going to post all of the points so that you can see where you are as your team, just to up that competition level a little bit. So we're going to post those online and let you have a view of where your team is in competition. And we know after the first week, some people started later in the week, some didn't start till Wednesday, some are just getting up to speed now, so don't freak out.
Not at all.
But it will give you the opportunity to kind of up the game. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about breaking down how we calculate points and what your daily points maximums look like. So first of all, there's physical activity points.
Yes.
So how does that look and break down for people?
So the physical activity points are actually the set of points that's easier to think about. So you get 5 points for every 15 minutes of exercise to a maximum of 20 points, which equals to 1 hour of exercise. So those are also known as your PA points. So to think in your mind, 20 points maximum per day.
Yeah, and you can get those on top of your other points. So physical activity points are one section that you can work up to 20. There's also a breakdown in your booklets when you pick those up if you've got kids on your team, because they have a little bit of a different breakdown. We won't kind of break into that at the moment to confuse you, but just think if you're under 17, you get a different amount of minutes versus points. But 20 points you can get to every day
as an adult
as physical activity points.
Yes.
And then we have our wellness points section.
Yes. And I think one thing we've noticed for clarity already is try not to think of the wellness points and the bonus points as one. So think about the whole point system as being 3 categories. You've got your physical, which is PA, your wellness points, which is WP, and then bonus, BP. Okay, so now we're going to go through the wellness points.
Yeah, and you get 5 points per list to a maximum of 40. So just think about that you have up to 40 points to get in a day from the list that's printed, and we have it online in a number of places. It's in your packets, and all of those different things, you can get 5 points for achieving a lot of those things.
Right.
One that people have kind of got a little bit confused on is the one that says a day without alcohol, pop, or tobacco. So if someone smokes, for example, Carol, but they didn't drink any pop that day, do they still get 5 points?
No.
So if you had a drink for dinner, but you didn't smoke and you didn't have pop in your drink, do you get 5 points?
No.
Yeah, they're all three of those guys are tied together because we're trying to get you to minimize those pieces.
And to make it a bit of a challenge, because in the past we have had concerns about this, and people like to say about the glass of wine a day is healthy. Yes, it is, but you know what? You just don't get the 5 points.
Yeah, and there's a whole other list for you to choose from with those points. So don't worry. If you're a smoker and we're not trying to get people to quit on this challenge, then you just don't get that line just doesn't, I guess, pertain to you. And pick the other ones. There's so many other ways to get points.
And remember, this is just about guiding people to a healthy life choice, because just taking the example of someone who smokes, yes, by having a smoke you won't get 5 points, but you have to think about the benefit of your body. Like if you generally smoke a pack of smokes a day and you make a personal challenge that, you know what, you're going to cut it down to a half a pack, it doesn't matter that you're not getting the 5 points because you're getting more benefit to your body.
Absolutely. We won't open the smoking can of worms. We won't do that.
No. Or the drinking.
Yeah.
Or the pop.
Yeah. Or all of those things that we could dive into.
Yeah.
So that's where you can get 40 points. And then, like Carol said before, we've got our BP. Those are our bonus points. And they're also on top of those other points.
Exactly. So some of those are get caught using your water bottle.
Yeah, and these are such great water bottles. They're so
very
fun.
portable, and they don't leak, which impressed me.
It's so great with kids, because I think every water bottle we've had this year for my son for school has leaked in his backpack.
Yeah, I have to say,
so
I was
now
totally impressed
I'm excited.
because I did that right away. That was my first test with it.
So if you get caught with your water bottle, which we've had people getting caught, we had people come to the info session last night with their water bottles, so they're getting bonus points and they're attending a wellness session points.
Exactly.
Like, that's really simple.
It is.
Yeah. And then there's a few other options on that bonus point list. So ultimately, if you are doing all of your physical activities, all of your wellness points, and you got bonus points, you're getting 65 points a day.
Right, because it's in the bonus points, it's just one per day, and that's where I've had some questions come to me.
Yeah.
So 65 is your max. And once again, don't feel that, well, I've been ripped off because I actually did all of the bonus points. The reality is you've benefited. If you've gone to an event that promotes physical fitness and you've already been caught using your water bottle, you're still getting the benefit of that event.
Absolutely. And a lot of these pieces we're trying to add and kind of increase what we're doing every year as the Wellness Challenge goes on. And so this year the bonus point section has more to it than we've had in past years. So feel free to share some of that feedback, and you'll get a chance at the end of the challenge as well when you fill out your survey at the end, which you have to do, P.S. You'll have an opportunity. If you think we should add more to that bonus point section and allow more bonus points per day, then give us that feedback and we're going to take it into consideration. But we just wanted to try adding the 5 per day this year and see how that goes.
Exactly. And kind of as a challenge, what I'd like to see people doing is really focusing on that how's your 5. So for example, if you happen to be caught with your water bottle, you'll definitely get the 5 points. But I'd really love you to say, how's your 5? Or if the person who's catching you asks you, get right into the theme of it, because I think that's really the depth about the program this year, is we really want to know how's your 5 in the whole body.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps with answering any questions you have with how to calculate your points. Feel free to post those below. You can email ourhighriver@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can if you have any other questions.
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, have a great day.
See you later.